Good evening and welcome to our virtual presentation of the Green Book Project, a project with a goal of teaching sixth graders here at Bush Hill STEAM Academy about the history of the Green Book, focusing on empathy, advocacy, and self-advocacy through the teaching of art and poetry. A project born out of collaboration between Bush Hill STEAM Academy, the Greater Birmingham Arts Education Collaborative, and the Jefferson County Memorial Project. My name is Joy Brown, and I am the director of the Jefferson County Memorial Project. We are a grassroots coalition aimed at educating Jefferson County's residents about our history of racial terror. We do this through four main goals, the first being researching our county's documented victims of racial terror lynchings. The second goal being educating the community about this history through programs such as these. Thirdly, by advocating where racial injustice still exists in our community. And last but not least, by placing historical markers throughout the county where these racial terror lynchings occurred. And also working with the Equal Justice Initiative to retrieve our county's monument from the National Memorial of Peace and Justice in Montgomery. As a grassroots coalition, we cannot do the work that we do without our now over 40 community partners, one of those being the Greater Birmingham Arts Education Collaborative. It's through these partnerships that we're able to educate the community at large. One of the most inspiring aspects of doing this work is being privileged enough to watch the younger generation act as a beacon of light and their ability to shine that light on new, powerful pathways to reconciliation and a better, brighter future. I hope you will join us with excitement as we have the opportunity to view these students' work tonight on the Green Book Project. I'd now like to introduce the Executive Director of the Greater Birmingham Arts Education Collaborative, Deanna Surcott.
Thanks, Joy. I'm Deanna Surcott. I'm the Executive Director of the Greater Birmingham Arts Education Collaborative. Our mission is to empower our community to increase access to quality arts education as part of the Artistic Literacy Consortium. It's been amazing for our teaching artists to work with the students and teachers here at Bush Hill STEAM Academy, as well as work with the Jefferson County Memorial Project and the Alabama State Council on the Arts to engage students in their history through the arts. I'm so pleased to introduce Dr. Ashley Samuels, principal of Bush Hill STEAM Academy.
My name is Dr. Samuels, and I proudly serve as principal of Bush Hill STEAM Academy. The students are extremely excited about the partnership that we've been able to forge. They look forward to coming to Mr. Field's classroom, that is one of our host teachers. They look forward to coming to his classroom and working with Mr. Hill and also collaborating with our art teacher, Mr. Worley. They truly enjoy it. Quite honestly, we have to reassign students sometimes because they want to hang out and be a part of what's going on in that class. So the students are very excited about the collaboration. We found when visiting and doing our observations that a lot of times the work that they're doing is culturally responsive, and we just want to make sure that our students are creating and participating in activities that are meaningful, that actually pull at who the students are. And so we think this partnership has been extremely beneficial in helping our students to be successful citizens.
My. I'm the guest in motel, and I think back to the old days when they needed me. I miss the old days. Or do I? I ask because they wanted me blowed to pieces. Because I helped. Or did I help? I just made everything worse. Tap, tap, tap. I'm turning purple and tapping my shoe. I'm nervous. I don't know. I'm scared, but no, I helped. Because I gave black people somewhere to stay. So I did help. Yes, I did.
I was invited in 1936 by Victor Hugo Green and his wife Alma. I was made to help Black people know what hotels or restaurants they were allowed in. I'm happy I was able to help them travel safer. It makes me happier than a dog with a bone. I once went on a trip to Alabama. I remember the people's name. There were three of them. All I remember was when they opened and when they closed me. Plop. I also remember the car ride there. They opened me and found a hotel and a restaurant. The hotel's name was Brewster and the name of the restaurant was Deluxe. Luckily, we avoided any trouble and was able to go back home safely.
I am the A.G. Gaston Motel. I was born in the South for people that wanted to get out the house. I was born in 1954 with everything to do. MLK stayed in me. I was filled with glee. You want to know the best room in me? War room. Civil rights activists wanted to see. But in 1963, what was me? At that time, I was scared. At me, everyone glared. But now, I'm getting rebuilt. I hope they still feel the guilt of bombing me. Now I hope they see all the wrongs they did to me.
I am the A.G. Gaston Motel, born in 1954. My father, A.G. Gaston, played a role in my birth, but sadly died in January 1996. You may see me as broken and destroyed now, but I used to be beautiful as a sunset. First, let's face the facts. Fortunate enough for the facts, I was there for them. I am proud to say I am the A.G. Gaston Motel, visited by legends Dr. Martin Luther King, Aretha Franklin, and Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth, the exposures from hatred toward them and me.
My name is Gregory Fields. I'm a sixth grade social studies teacher here at Bush Hill STEAM Academy. I would like to take this opportunity to just give special thanks to the Arts Collaborative Program, who helped us introduce historical events to all students this year concerning the Green Book and the A.G. Gaston Motel. All students learn many skills from these teachings, which is critical thinking skill, increased vocabulary skills, learning to interact with each other. And so Mr. Jamar Hill, who was our guest teacher, introduced the Green Book and the A.G. Gaston Motel to our students and required them to do the research to find out information and to share that information with other students and to create poems about the Green Book and A.G. Gaston Motel. So students was very excited, they was very motivated, they were very engaged. It was a very rewarding experience for the students. They really enjoyed the experience. It's an experience that they would carry on and also communicate with other people in the community. And I would like to give special thanks to the Alabama Collaborative Program, Mr. Jamar Hill.
Hello, I'm Denise Gilmore, and I serve as Senior Director of the Division of Social Justice and Racial Equity in Mayor Woodfin's office. We're here today at the A.G. Gaston Motel. It was a Green Book site where Black travelers in the segregated South was able to find refuge and a safe place for lodging. So you are to be congratulated for selecting the A.G. Gaston Motel because of its rich history, but also its relevance today. And we know that the A.G. Gaston Motel really serves as a place of conscience. It serves as a place for memory. And when we embrace conscience and memory today, it really informs us about the struggles even today that are taking place around racial equity and social justice.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you guys are as excited and as blown away by the talent of the students that we have seen this evening. Again, my name is Joy Brown, and I am the director for the Jefferson County Memorial Project. I'm joined here with my friends and colleagues, Deanna Surcott, Executive Director of the Greater Birmingham Arts Education Collaborative, and T. Marie King, who I have the privilege of working alongside on the Jefferson County Memorial Project. it's so important to introduce T. Marie. Even though everybody worked so hard on this project, T. Marie is the woman behind the scenes that pulls all the strings. Without her, this work couldn't have been possible. So I just wanted to introduce them both and have them talk a little bit about how this collaboration and these amazing works came to be.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joy. So glad that everybody could view what the students have done. It was, it came out of, with the Memorial Project, we're always thinking about for public education, how can we continue to inform people not only of our racial history in Jefferson County, but also how do we educate people, and then how do we move forward? And about around in 2019, I had a lot of people asking, well, T. Marie, how do I have this conversation with my kids? And me not wanting to be the one to tell you when to introduce lynching to your children, I was like, let me kind of think about that for a little while. And being blessed to not only be on the board of the Jefferson County Memorial Project, but also the Greater Birmingham Arts Education Collaborative, I started to think, how can we merge both of these organizations to produce an opportunity for our students to learn? And as the city started thinking about, how do we rehab the A.G. Gaston Motel and use it as a teaching tool, but also a place that people can come and visit, I was like, that's it. Do our students know about this history of the A.G. Gaston Motel, but the Green Book? And so my idea was, what if we use the Green Book and the A.G. Gaston Motel as a way to introduce this time frame around some of the most unfortunate, horrific things that took place in our country. But let's teach our kids about it in a way that's applicable for them, but also sensitive to their age range. And we were lucky enough to be able to partner with Bush Hills STEAM Academy and work with their sixth graders and amazing, social studies teachers and Mr. Fields, who you just saw, but also the art teacher, Mr. Worley. But using art, using poetry for them to not only learn, but also express what they've learned, I thought was such a great opportunity. And you all only got just a small inkling of the students who were able to participate in this project. And I think it had served as an opportunity for them to understand not only why people would need a safety book, a safety guide, but also what does that mean in context of today? And I think we saw some amazing things with their poems and kind of how they were thinking about it and expressed their thoughts. And in addition to that, they also had an art component where they actually created covers of their own green books. So they're on our website. I think the link is up now. Please go and check out the students' work that they put together. But for me, Joy, Deanna, I thought it was definitely probably one of the favorite programs, that we have done with the Memorial Project, when you can engage students, that young and thinking about this history, and it actually clicks with them, and then they're actually having fun as they learn. So I would love to see more schools talking about the Green Book and connecting kids to their history, especially when you have a location that's still standing, that's in the city. So hopefully those kids will get an opportunity to go visit, and drive by and see what's going on with the A.G. Gaston Motel. But I think it was a great opportunity for us to come together and partner to talk about this history in this way with the students of Birmingham. But you have to bring collaborative partners together. All of these things don't just happen. It takes a lot of work. So pitching the idea to my friend Deanna about it, and we were able to identify additional partners to move forward. And I'll let Deanna kind of speak to that piece.
Thank you, T. Marie. I just want to echo what you said, that I hope this is the beginning of a lot more students across our community having opportunities like this. And I want to recognize and thank the Bush Hills STEAM Academy and the community of Bush Hills for really opening your doors and welcoming the arts, welcoming community partners to the table, to your school, to be able to co-design this experience, which really fused the arts into the academic area and into the school day. and allow the students to have a platform to be creative and to express their voices. And I just want to recognize and acknowledge and say thank you to the community. This project was really the work of many, and I want to especially recognize today our teaching artist, Jamon Hill, and our classroom teacher, Mr. Gregory Fields, and the art teacher, Mr. Jason Worley, who over the past semester have been working with students weekly to produce what you got us a taste of this evening. And really that's where the magic of this program happens in the day-to-day in the classroom. So I want to say thank you to our teachers who are with the students throughout the whole semester. I also want to say thank you to our supporters who made this program possible, the Alabama State Council on the Arts, the Mike and Gillian Goodrich Foundation, and the National Endowment for the Arts. Without support like yours, this program would not be possible. I also want to recognize the achievement of all of the students who performed this evening, who you got to hear from, as well as the rest of the sixth graders at Bush Hill STEAM Academy who did participate in this program. And their works of art are available now at jeffersoncounty.memorial.com. And there will be many more added throughout the rest of the school year. Until the end of the school year. So we encourage you to check back often to see the work that they have produced. I want to thank everyone here for joining us. On behalf of all of the organizations involved with this project, we hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.